3 of using social media to make $60,000 to move our family out of the US and out of our snake-infested house. Currently, we're in Scotland scoping out different locations that might be possibilities for us to move to, and we were in Edinburgh for the first 2 days of our trip. We started day 1 with breakfast at Preacher's Patisserie and had a sausage roll followed by some hot chocolate. And we were living in Scotland back in 2023. We visited Preacher's for Thanksgiving, and we've made it a point to stop back on every trip since. When we were living in Scotland, we never had a chance to see Dean Village, but when I was visiting last year, I came back with a friend and had the opportunity to see it, and that was one of the first places that I wanted to take Chase this time around. Dean Village is a historical milling settlement that dates back to the 12th century, and the buildings are incredible, and it's just such a beautiful area to walk through. From there, we made our way to Victoria Street. When we were living here, we also never saw Victoria Street. I'm not exactly sure how we missed that. We did visit Edinburgh 3 separate times while we were living here. We were on a mission too, because our 2 oldest daughters stayed back at home, so we were in search of some jelly cats, and I saw online that this store is known to have a good selection. Ironically, we almost purchased the snake jelly cat for our oldest and then decided against it because it was quite large and it was 42 pounds. I'm still holding out hope that we're going to find a little something to bring back to them. Since this was our first full day after our flight, neither one of us was feeling the best. We both were a little bit nauseous and had headaches, but we were feeling chilly, so we decided to stop at the Milkman for another hot chocolate. I'm also beginning to notice too that the more I make this trip, that first day after the flight, I just don't feel all that well, and I really think it has something to do with the elevation change because it is so significant for us. Anyway, our next stop was the National Museum of Scotland, and I could not get over how big this was. We literally could have gotten lost in here. I can't wait to eventually come back and bring our daughters here because they are obsessed with fossils, and I know they would love this exhibit in particular. And after something like 13,000 steps, we had dinner reservations at the Doric. We did make a quick stop at Boots and Next to grab a few things for Wade. And then we met up with one of our really good friends who lives in Glasgow but is from Wyoming, and we had Cullen Skink, haggis bonbons. Doric is a restaurant that we found by sheer coincidence the first time we came to Edinburgh because it's literally right outside the train station. After dinner, we walked back to our hotel and called it a night because we had to be up early the next morning to go get our rental car to start our road trip.